What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Once again, another awesome tutorial in Photoshop for you guys. So how are we going to be editing this photo? I'm going to show you a quick way to quickly fix your photo or your images to make it look the way you want it to look, or like the pros. All right, so this is how you do it. First of all, subscribe if you're new to the channel, because if you enjoy the content we post, it helps the channel grow. All right, so very big thank you for all you supporting the channel one way or the other. So let's get right started. Now I can see that they look far away from the image. In the image, like I said, at the back somewhere around there, you can see it's actually brighter than this side, which is actually calmer, like the sun has died down. Why the sun is actually shining over there? But this is to tell you that, yeah, it's actually supposed to be brighter, which is our skin and the colors of the the leaves and the red, our skin color, even our clothes needs to be what, bright, just like this one. All right, so we're going to fix that. And to quickly check or to quickly fix that, instead of going to the camera raw filter or going for white balance, we're going to use a solid layer, solid color adjustment layer. I'm going to turn it off. Let's zoom in quickly and then double click on the solid color picker, and we're going to sample color. I'm going to pick color from this side. I'm going to just sample that, and then I'm going to click OK. I'm going to turn it back on and quickly change it to divide, so you can see that that has actually fixed a lot we would have not known, which is the white balance too. And you can see before and after, before and after. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit, and then I'm going to show you before and after. So if you feel like, yeah, it's too bright or somewhere too bright, you can actually take it up a bit and take it up somewhere around there. Even taking it up like this makes it more calm. I'm going to bring it down a little because I need more brightness. Okay, so let's leave that around there and then click on OK. So the next thing I'm going to do, it's actually simple. We can do some frequency separation, but instead of that, let's quickly use the spot healing tool brush, and then I'm going to create a stamp visible layer, Ctrl Shift Alternate E, and I'm quickly going to fix some blemishes like this one. I'm going to click over it and then click on those ones, and instead of doing some frequency separation, I'll do frequency separation. It's just because the photo is actually very far. Our face is actually very far from the camera and you wouldn't actually picture that. So let's look at this right here. Let's remove that and remove all this from our face, and we can leave the rest, and this one too remove. Okay, so just a quick fix. Let's look at the forehead, and we can just do some kind of quick fix on that. You can do frequency separation to make it look okay, but I'm just okay with this one. Now I'm going to quickly go to filter, camera raw filter, and make some changes to the photo and make it look good and great. Alright, so here we are in camera raw filter, and a couple of things I'm going to fix is just the highlights. If I increase the highlights, some highlight on the background as well might increase, of which I don't want that. So you can actually see that increasing the highlights will increase some parts, but let's see, let's have a sweet spot. I'm going to leave it, and the white, can bring that up. I'm just going to take it just a little bit. It looks fair. Okay, let's share it with the white and the highlight, something like this, and then we're good. There is no shadow, so I'm going to bring this down a bit just because of the leaves, and the blacks down just to create more contrast. Texture, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to close the basic tab, and curve also. Let's see what we can do. Just a nice curve. Take it up. Take the curve up. Not. Let me bring it down a little, and I want this curve to look like this. Yep, and then bring this one down, just like that. Too bad it's not an adjustment layer, so it's going to be hard to decrease the opacity, but let's just find a sweet spot for it. Let's see before and then after. So I'm just going to leave it like that. I think it's okay. All right, so this is where things get a little bit awesome. For the let's zoom in and see. Now for the lips, the red, I want it to look like the red, more of the red, and also the oranges, not too much of that because of the makeup on a high. And the yellow, I'm going to bring the yellow towards the oranges, and I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, so we can change the hue later by color grading the the leaves and the rest, but let's work on the skin tone first of all. I'm going to increase the saturation of the orange, and let's see, of the red and the yellows, as I think that's going to adjust some of the things in the skin tone, so that's looking better. Alright, so now the luminance, we can bring up the luminance of the orange a bit, just a bit, and these two, not the orange, the yellows a bit, and this one too a bit, to make the subject pop out the more. Alright, so on the aquas, I'm just going to change the hue of those flowers, take it towards the green, and the green too, we can actually take it towards the green too to make it look real. Alright, so since we have that, I don't think we have some purple in the photo, and to make things look dramatic, we can actually bring the green saturation of the greens down, and we're going to get this awesome color grade. So resetting it, to have this one. I don't want to have too many colors, but I just want the colors of the leaves to come out the more, so it looks like a color grading. And the dot of the blues, let's bring it down a little, so I'm going to leave that like that. We don't have any other colors. Let's increase the saturation of the leaves the more, and this time around I'm going to leave it like that. Let's see, how about this one? So let's bring down the yellows just because of the background right there. Okay, so that looks great for me, that looks okay. So I'm just going to close that, and we can go to the calibration panel, and then we can increase the red primary like so, and then bring back the blue primary like this. So we're using 3029, and let's find the sweet spot for the greens. Let's bring it backwards. I think that color grading looks awesome to me. Just 17 looks fine and okay. So let's see, we're through with the with the editing. I'm gonna hit OK on the keyboard, and then we're gonna continue with more color grading. So here we are with what we have, and we can turn things off and on, and you can see how we actually did some edit, which is actually looking awesome. So let's go up, like using the color balance, and after that we use the vibrance. So let's start with the shadows, and I'm gonna come around, dial in some yellows, because blues will make it look like the morning. In fact, I think I'm gonna turn it off first and look at the way it is, and then turn it back on. I think the blues fits the more, and we can give it some, let's see, those green fits. Let's keep looking before and then after. I don't want the greens to come up because I actually desaturated the green. Let's leave the leaves like this, and let's see about the red and bring in some. Let's check before and then after. Alright, so increasing the red before and after. So I'm going to dial in some cyan, and then I'm going to leave it. Let's go to the highlight. In the highlight, let's put in some red this time around, and give in some cyan. Too much green, no, cyan. And then we're just trying to find the sweet color grade to give to our image. So I'm just going to put in some blues, and you see that I'm trying to maintain the photo so as to avoid kind of different look. Let's turn it off and on, and let's see about the cyan. So we can add cyan, and we can also add some yellows, and this time around we can add some red. So let's see before and then after. So you can see how we maintain the looks of the image without changing much, and I think this actually look okay to me, except you want to change the picture itself. So alright, so I'm gonna merge these two together, merge layers, and we can see before. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off, and we can see before, and then we can see after, before and after. Alright, so if you like the video, kindly hit the like buttons and turn on the notification button if you want to get more content or notifications that we've posted. If you're new to the channel, kindly subscribe to the channel. See you in our next video. Thank you. Before and after, before and after.